Hi, welcome back. So for part two, we'll be talking about the students in tutoring. So who are the students? So the students are Korean and mostly working adults. And most of the time, students like to study their lessons in the morning before their work. So some of them like to study when they are driving or when they are walking to work, or some of them it's like when they are preparing. So it's good to like start working from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. because this period of time the students have the chance to to study before starting their work. And in my experience, like students also study during their break time, their lunch break, and as well as when they are on their way home from work. So they also like to study. And then, of course, when they arrived home, like 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. So this is the peak time. So these are the peak hours, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. And most students enjoy learning when they are relaxed after their jobs. And then most of them are friendly, easygoing, and eager to learn. So they are really friendly. Like they love to talk about their day. And based on my experience, Korean people are straightforward. Like they don't like to beat around the bush. And if they don't like something, they will tell you. So they are not like, they don't try to, like I said, beat around the bush. And then they are easygoing. Most of them like to share about their personal lives. Yeah, you just have to be careful in how you respond to them. And then, of course, they express eagerness to learn the language. So it's not a hard task to teach Koreans English because they appreciate your feedback, and then they also accept your advice, especially when it comes to improving their skills. And as we all know, Korean culture values education and respect for teachers. And of course, we can easily relate to Korean culture because most of us Filipinos are really into Korean culture. So when you have a class with a student for the first time, it's very easy to build rapport with the student, and connection is very important when you are just creating a how can I say, when you are creating a good atmosphere, like a conducive atmosphere for you and for your student. And this is for an audio class. That's why it's important to sound polite, to sound friendly, and to talk about something that may connect you with the student, like talking about their culture. And they really appreciate and they are really happy when for example, when I tell them that I like Korean dramas or K-pop, or maybe if like I know Olive Young, it's a very popular uh, Korean cosmetic company, and they're really like, wow, like they really appreciate it. So it's very easy to handle these kinds of students. And then for my own testimony, why I prefer Korean students. So actually, there are some nationalities that I like to teach. For example, I also like to teach Japanese people, uh, for example, Spanish people, Italian people, Brazilian people. But one of my favorites are also Korean students because, like I've said, they are very friendly, easy to talk to. They listen to you, and you can also listen to them. Like they also share whatever they have in their minds, and they show interest in learning the language. So they are open. Most of them are open to corrections, and some just want to have some conversation with you. And again, we can easily relate or understand their culture. So use this advantage to, have a like closer connection with your student. But make sure to set some boundaries because we already know as a teacher there are some questions that we should not ask and some information that we should not open, and that is one thing that we should keep in mind. But overall, Korean people are, for me, are the easiest, one of the easiest people to teach. So they don't like complications. They just enjoy fun conversations. So that's why I am recommending tutoring to you, because the students are, very relaxed to handle. You will not be stressed out. And then I think that's it for part 2. So it's just about the students. And for part 3, we will talk about the schedule at tutoring. So I hope you stay tuned.